content warning. Just so y'all know, there is a suicide attempt in this episode of Downton Abbey. So if that's going to be difficult for you to listen to, just go ahead and skip this one. We'll see you next week.
Hello and welcome to Downton Abbey.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we're
been
recording.
recording for a minute
okay.
there, dude.
I got the. Sorry. Hey, everyone! Welcome. Xhafer, take it away.
Hello, and welcome to Last Time On. This is the podcast for people who want to watch all this prestige television, but who's got time for it?
Apparently, I've got time to watch a double episode where half as much as a normal episode happens.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
It's like a 1.5 episode. It
No,
wasn't.
it was an hour and a half. And they're normally 45.
God, was it a full hour and a half?
Let me see.
Over.
Oh.
Yeah, hour 15. But I'm watching it on Amazon where I have commercials, so that brings it out to an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, God, don't do that.
Yeah, it was rough. I actually had to take a nap. I literally could not keep my eyes open halfway through, and I was like, you know what, I'll try again tomorrow. I need a nap. By the way, hey everyone, I'm Victor.
I'm
Xhafer.
Ben.
There we go. Sweet.
Got it done so quick.
Yeah. And go to voicecast.app/LTO if you want to leave us a message, guys. voicecast.app/LTO. No new messages. I just thought I'd put that at the beginning of the pod to see if that actually attracts anyone.
I don't think it will, Victor.
It's a try. I'm going to give it a try. You know,
All right.
Try not.
And here, ladies, gentlemen, we are now Dunton.
About that. So, this is Season 6, Episode 8.
Yep.
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Xhafer read the wrong plot synopsis
Oh,
at
you
the
did?
end of last episode.
Oh, did you read for the Christmas special?
He read for one of the movies.
Oh.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah. Mrs. Patmore does not have a B&B.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
Botany Bay. Oh, no. We've got to get out of here now.
That's like one of the.
No.
That's the sub.
Yeah, that's like one of the main plots of the episode.
That's what it opens with. The policeman.
Yeah.
Oh God, what episode did you watch?
Did you
Ben?
watch the wrong episode, Ben?
I watched the last episode. I watched
Oh,
the
no.
one with Edith's wedding.
You watched the
Did
wrong
you guys
episode.
watch the movie?
You watched the wrong episode.
No, it's season 2, episode 8 is the one that is
Season
the
6,
finale.
episode 8. The
Season
one
six,
with
episode
Edith's
6, episode
wedding
8.
is the last Christmas special.
Yeah, that's the problem. I was.
The one we didn't.
Fucking
The one we
kidding
skipped. You watched the wrong one. I knew it wasn't that much longer. Goddamn,
No.
gaslighting ass motherfucker.
Yeah, on
You've got to be fucking
on
kidding me.
Amazon,
Wow.
the final episode is listed as episode 9. That's the Christmas special. Yeah, it's.
I watched the last episode.
Why
would we
it's
not
a
have
fair
watched
mistake,
the last episode?
because it's a Christmas special. It's not technically. I don't know.
Yeah, because we weren't watching the specials and stuff. We didn't count any of
we
those.
were watching the movies.
We're not watching the movies.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we weren't going to watch the movies. I
Right.
went to the last episode.
That's fair.
Oh,
it's
gotta
it's
be
it's
fucking
listed
kidding
as an
me.
episode
This was
on
the last
on Amazon.
episode.
Yeah.
I mean, the name of the episode you watched is the finale,
Yeah, I watched the finale.
but that's not the one that we said we were going to watch. That's not what we were doing. We watched the end of the show, the last regular episode of the show, just like we watched the first regular episode of the show.
There was nothing that indicates that it was not a normal episode. I went on
I mean,
Amazon.
the only thing would have been you hearing the description and saying, I read the wrong one. Ben, what is more likely? I read the wrong episode description or you watched the wrong episode?
You read the wrong episode description.
That is not what happened.
Because
I honestly don't remember.
episode 8
Uh-huh.
also does not have... Because in episode 9, or whatever, the one I watched, Mrs. Patmore is working at Downton. She doesn't have a bed and breakfast.
She does
Well,
both.
she does both. Yeah.
That's what happens in episode 8. Is she's running a bread and breakfast part time.
Yeah.
And Mosley gets the teacher job
Yeah.
in episode 9.
He got
He
it.
starts it.
in
In episode 8.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
his first day of school in episode 8. Oh man, yeah, I know it's a big.
No. Why? Okay. I am rip shit mad right now.
Yeah, I know.
There's
I know.
nothing that says that this is a Christmas special. It's not.
That's fair.
None of it happens over Christmas. They
That's
do
true.
New Year's.
I mean,
That is
that's
odd. They
Why
usually
would we not have watched episode 9? It's the finale.
Hang on. People, what
should have. I mean,
what service are you?
the fact that Victor and I both were on the same page.
I watched on Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
I went to
that's
the
fair.
last episode.
That's fair. He scrolled down to the last episode. That's what's listed. So
And on Amazon, it says nothing about Patmore. Episode 8 says nothing about Patmore having a bed and breakfast.
That's weird because it's one of the main things that happens.
yeah,
Why would you guys not have watched the last episode?
because it's the Christmas special.
Because we watched the one that I said we were going to watch, Ben.
But it's not the finale. We
Oh
were
my
going
God.
to the finale.
Guys, we're doing a Downton
That's
Abbey right
not
now.
what
We've
we
been talking
said.
about the same thing over and over for several sentences. So
It's been like this is unintelligible. Okay,
let's just dive
full
in.
stop.
Full stop.
Okay.
Full stop.
Full stop.
We're going to start over. Because this is all unusable.
Okay.
Ben, do you want to go watch the same episode or do you want to roll with it?
I'm going to roll with it. I'm not because the last episode is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm not going in watching another bonus-sized episode.
It's only like an hour and 6. It's
No,
extended, but it's not
an
a
hour
No,
and
it is.
15.
I'm looking at it right
Hour
now.
and 15.
The episode 8 is 73 minutes.
Yeah. And if you count,
And
Okay,
the one
so
I
an hour-
watched is
hour 13.
94.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's longer if you don't have if you're on the commercials, the ads plan for that rounds it
Okay.
out to it. Okay.
We're going to roll with this.
Let's roll with it.
Because adding those 2 episodes together, they might have enough plot to be 1 episode.
And now for that
So-
one joke, we're keeping everything that we've said beforehand.
That
All
works.
right,
Let's just keep going.
I guess we've got season 6, episode 8,
And
episode
9.
8, and season 6, episode 9, the finale.
In my notes, I call
Yeah.
this Downton Abbey Endgame.
Well, hey, does this mean that if my predictions that did not come true in the episode that Victor and I watched did come true in the episode Ben watched, do I get my points?
Let's
Yes.
resolve that next episode. If you want
Well, in order for that to happen, Xhafer, you'd have to admit that I watched the finale.
I mean, the name of the episode is the finale. I can't argue with that empirically. You watched the finale. We watched the last episode, which is fine.
I've got a fuck ton of notes for this episode. Let's. Do you want to?
I've got a fuck ton of notes for this episode.
Yeah.
Let's.
All right, so tell me what happens in episode 8.
I'm listening.
Well, first off,
okay.
the opening credits have not changed at all.
No,
Yep.
they do not change.
They do not change. Cora and Ethel are talking about her current situationship
Yeah, they're out
with Bertie Pelham.
in the walking through the fields that contain no houses. No houses in this field at all.
Yeah. There's a little bit about he's like an agent for a house. He's kind of a nobody, but she likes him and they're moving forward in their engagement, but she's not told him the truth of Marigold yet.
Yeah. Patmore is being questioned by the police because there was her last 2 guests that stayed at her Airbnb or her B&B stayed there under faked names, and they were both married but not to each other.
They were doing some adultery, so the police are involved.
And he literally says it's going to make the papers, and Miss Patmore's B&B is going to be known as a house of ill repute. And she is shocked.
This is hilarious to everyone but Miss Patmore, who almost dies like 3 times.
Yeah, I think she actually faints at one point thinking about this. And me, I'm all just like lean into it, dude. Let that story in the paper roll. Because you know what? A house of ill repute is a proven business model. Right? This dates back to the dawn of humanity.
Red candle lamp out front. Fuck it.
Bring in that dirty money.
Maggie Smith is gallivanting around France because she doesn't want to talk to anyone in the family. She's currently fighting with everyone.
Yeah.
Tom and Mary are in the village. They see a newspaper about a noble dying in Tangiers.
Yeah, Lady Hexam.
We get some rapid fire plot here. Anna and Bates are happy. Mosley is going to be going to school
as a teacher.
Let's see here. As a teacher.
Yeah.
There's plenty of gossip about Miss Patmore's house of ill repute. We find Eden's situationship has escalated because the agent, who is the agent of the household for his cousin, ended up being the inheritor, and he's the guy who died in Tangiers. And now Bertie is going to be a marquis.
Yeah, the 7th Marquess of Hexham. 7th Marquess of Hexham. Which, is that a real thing? Is Hexham a real thing? Because that sounds like a fucking Doom expansion. Like
Hexham. Now entering.
The 7th Marquess of Hexham. Available now on Steam. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's gossiping about Miss Patmore.
Yeah.
It's time for...
Edith is going to outrank everyone in the house if they get Mary.
Yeah. Mary
is pissed. Mrs. Carson forces Mr. Carson to let Mosley do the classes. I'm just trying to run through this.
This entire episode, Carson is just expressing his disapproval about everything.
That is upsetting. If that's all he's been doing for the last 10 years.
That's true, yeah. If anyone wants to do anything, Daisy wants to go to school, he disapproves. Fucking Mosley wants to go to school to be a teacher, he disapproves. Patmore wants to open an Airbnb, he disapproves of that too. So,
just a B&B, Victor. It's not an Airbnb.
Okay, I know.
There is no air. It's too early for that.
Well, it's also funny because this just proves that the B&Bs being, Airbnbs, whatever, being a site for ill reputes. It's just tradition that carries on till the modern days.
It can also be a place to go and have a horrible time with your family.
That one really hurt.
Tom brings up Henry to Mary, and she's unsure of their status, their current situationship. She's very on the fence. She doesn't want to commit to this guy.
What? Mary doesn't want to commit to a guy?
I know, right?
We actually find out why later in the episode.
Well, it's because he doesn't have a title or money.
No, the actual reason we find out later in the episode.
What was the actual reason? That's right. That's right. I remember now. Okay. Yeah.
Because we got to tell this story for Ben's benefit too, not just the listener. So Mary tells Tom off about Henry, and she also learns the truth about Marigold. That she doesn't tell us what the truth about Marigold is, but she confirms.
She puts two and two together. Finally, on the last freaking episode of the entire show, or second to last apparently, she finally figures out that Marigold is actually.
But you
Edith's
don't know
daughter.
what the deal is with Marigold.
Well, they kind of allude to it, but I don't know if she told the truth or not at that time, because when she actually explains things, we were not present.
Well, I went and I looked it up on the Downton Abbey wiki because I had to know.
Oh, don't tell us
who exactly. Why not? We're at the end.
Well, because I was gonna make you get weird with it, but now you know. That's why you don't look things up until we do.
I'm sorry.
Recap,
I thought we
Victor.
were good. We were in the green for that because we watched the final episode. My bad.
So is Marigold actually Edith's kid?
Yes, and she's the German guy that she was dating. That's Marigold's father, who died in Germany.
I'm guessing during World War One.
No. It was an actual event. I forgot what it was called, but it was when
The Hindenburg?
No, not the Hindenburg.
What's
It was
that?
when Hitler marched on Munich with his troops. It was before
The Munich Beer Hall Putsch.
That's the one. That's the one.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's
they
where
got
he died.
that far.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in 19.
that
So
was in
there
the
is a
20s.
time jump.
That was in 1925
No.
at least. I mean, yeah. No, this,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then he goes to prison, and then he
writes
goes
Mein
into
Kampf.
the
Oh,
political
that was-
wilderness.
I'm thinking The
Yeah.
Night of Long Knives. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's in the 30s.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and
Uh,
he died before he found out that Edith was pregnant, apparently. So,
Okay.
and Edith I guess she lived somewhere else for a year, and no one knew she was pregnant, and she kept it a secret. So,
And then hid the baby in the village.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. She found,
Okay.
yeah. So,
All right. Birdie shows up. They discuss the pending changes. Lady Rosamund gives her brother shit about hiding the truth of Marigold. Thomas gets turned down for another gig again.
I thought this was the same job. It sounded like the same job he applied for in the last episode we watched.
That was like 6 episodes ago. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Well, it's not because they were saying that
He
they
lists
were.
off the stuff again.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
saying
he just runs into that
he
a
wants
few times.
someone wants a butler, chauffeur, and a footman all in one. One person to do all 3 jobs for the same amount of pay.
A theme of the last 2 episodes, or of this last season, is the end of the servant period of England.
Huh.
And how this is the new future. That you have like 1 or 2 servants. You don't have,
a
the
whole
idle
ass
rich
staff.
having
yeah.
a household.
Okay.
See, there's an obscenely British luncheon where I understood about half the words. Mrs. Patmore loses her shit at the Airbnb. Mosley starts teaching. Beth cracked up at the principal's hat here.
Oh, he is wearing a silly
she
hat.
was making.
Yeah.
He's wearing a very silly hat with tassels, and she was just like laughing hysterically, and I only heard her say a couple of words, but one of them was tassel wags with displeasure, and that was fucking hilarious. So I have to call that out.
I do want to say at the luncheon, when we had Bertie sitting down there, I do think, because I do want to bring this up for Ben's benefit, because I do believe he got his points where he predicted Lord Grantham would be shitty at a woman again, because
Yep.
they were sitting there. Bertie was talking about his cousin who died was a great artist. And he's sitting next to Mary when he says, "Oh, unfortunately, we don't have any good artists in our family." And he's sitting right next to Mary, and you see
To
her
be fair,
eyes.
Mary's
does suck.
Mary's sketches were a ruse so she could
Yeah.
go banging about the countryside.
But man, her eyes just turn into fucking laser beams in this episode. I got to screenshot that because it sent
They're not
chills down
laser
my-
beams, they're portals to the punch dimension, Victor.
Is that a what? Punch? Is that a one punch?
That
Man
is a
joke?
reference to the superhero Cyclops. He doesn't shoot lasers out of his eyes. It is portals to the punch dimension.
I haven't heard that
It's-
before. That's
It's a dimension made purely of kinetic energy.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
It
can't
just means there's no heat involved.
It's just a punch.
force.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn it! Now I'm going to Google that later. Okay. Mosley gets through his first day of school.
Yep.
The kids are
The kids
acting
are
up,
fucking brutal.
throwing paper airplanes, and just being loud.
It isn't easy, but I'll try.
Edith and Bertie talk. He's still in despite his new elevated status, if anything more so because of it.
Yeah, he still wants to marry Edith, and Edith is carrying
Yeah.
on the grand tradition of not saying what's on her mind.
But she does ask why he won't stop bringing up his mom. He just always, every conversation we have with Bertie, he brings up his mom, which is fucking weird. Tom and Bertie put on a puppet show for the kids.
Oh yeah, literal puppet show. That was funny.
Times before the iPad.
Right. Yeah. Carson is being a dick to Miss Patmore about the scandal at her bed and breakfast.
Yeah. Henry Talbot shows up as he was driving by, and Mary is snarky about it. He talks with Birdie. I think these guys make very chill brothers-in-law. Is what my notes say here. Mosley has a hell of a time with these fucking kids.
Yeah, he returns for dinner after his first day of school, and he's sitting at the dinner table at the Butler bunker with like a fucking 1,000-yard stare, like a Vietnam veteran. Like
he's having a PTSD flashback. It is rough.
Yeah.
Students in the water, chalk in the water, and when their eyes roll back,
Henry is just kind of fucking creepy for a bit here. The family doesn't approve. But they're also like inviting him fucking over.
Yeah, this is surprising because the family doesn't care that he's not noble and he doesn't have any money. They like him, and Mary's like, no. she's toying with him, but he also is kind of being a creep because like he follows her and literally calls her. Well, no, he accuses her of not wanting to marry him because he doesn't have any money or a title.
Oh, now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
And she literally says, "You're calling me a gold digger?" And I didn't realize that term dated back this far. Anna and Hughes are having an evening chat about the events that happened today. I don't know if they're in the Abbey, like, where they look like they're turning in for the night. I'm like, do they still live at the Abbey? God, that would be horrible. And this is in my notes where I realized, oh my fucking God, there's another 45 minutes left in this episode. And, like, nothing has happened at all. The most exciting part was the kids at the school.
We cut over to breakfast, where Mary comes down and Henry is not there, so she's just fucking shitty. She blows everything up.
Yeah, she stands there and stares at the wall for a hot minute while everyone else is like at breakfast staring at her like, what the hell? I think it's because she's buffering, because she can't compute someone whose actions match their words. He just fucking up and left. He's like, how dare he not keep on the charade like the rest of us do?
Victor, it's England.
Yeah.
It's a charade.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Let me pick my pinky up.
Get it right or pay the price.
And, oh my God, Edith starts being shitty at Mary.
Yeah.
And then Mary does exactly what we expect Mary to do and she loads a fucking torpedo in the water and fucking fires it right at Edith and says to Birdie, like, I'm surprised you want to marry her after her scandalous past. And everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, you didn't know Marigold is her daughter? And yeah, she just fucking goes full metal fucking, yeah.
Bloody hell, it's the full metal.
Yep. The lords and ladies, he gets up and leaves immediately, and then we go over to the lords and ladies who are going to have tea at Mrs. Potmore's B&B to help give it a reputation boost. When presented with this, Carson puts his foot in his mouth
again
as firmly as he possibly can and then bites down as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I don't want to drag this family's name through the mud with Patmore sitting like, right there.
That is what the girls have been doing for the last 15 years, my dude.
Right? Yeah, he does make
I will not embarrass Lady Mary. It's like, you can't.
Yeah, Mrs. Hughes goes to bat for her, and because Carson's saying is like, should we be involved in a house of ill repute? And Hughes is like, how many things of ill repute have happened in this very building in the Abbey?
Yeah,
so it was pretty good. Lord Hexham is called for a taxi, and
yep. Edith talks to him, finally tells him the truth, and he goes, we're going to go our separate ways, not because of the scandal, but because of the lack of trust.
And I'm not sure whose side I'm on here. I don't know if I'm on Team Birdie or Team Edith, and it all depends on how long they've been dating for, I think. Because if they've just been seeing each other for like a few weeks or maybe even a few months, I would side with Edith. It's like, come on, she's not ready to tell you everything yet. But if they've been together for a few years and she's been keeping it a secret this whole time, I'm on Team Birdie. So it all depends. Listeners,
Yeah, before you propose, you need to know if there are any kids.
that is kind of an important thing to know. Anyway, we cut over to which lady is this? I forgot.
Tom yells at Mary for a bit.
Oh yeah, giving her shit about and
Alexa, play Taylor Swift, like what you made me do.
then I think Isabel is having tea outside with some girl that we've never seen before, who's also talking about how she's having trouble deciding who she wants to marry. It's like, how many times are we going to fucking copy and paste this same the same writing?
I have no idea what's going on here, and I just skipped the right over it. Thomas is big sad. We see him kind of like moping around a ton. He's clearly super depressed with everything that's going on in his life. Mary goes to Edith, and it goes about as well as expected. Holy shit, though, Edith fucking serves here.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I want to get that sound clip of her just saying, "Mary, you're a bitch." Man, I was really just hoping that they would break out some lightsabers in this thing and just have a little.
Yes, give in to your anger.
Yeah, because I'm not saying. Now listen, guys, I'm not saying you should make that happen using an AI video thing. But as Xhafer said last weekend, if you're going to ignore our advice and do it anyway, please post it in the Discord. I'm at the very least going to Photoshop some lightsabers with Mary and Edith, because God, it's so funny.
Let's see here. Pat Moore gets the good news about the Lord and Lady coming to the Airbnb, and Carson is snooty. Let's see. Mrs. Baxter realizes Thomas is in danger from himself.
Because he
runs back to the house, finds him unconscious, having slit his wrists in the bathtub.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is the most graphic thing we've ever seen in this show. He's still alive, though. He's still breathing. And Baxter just found him. And she's got one of the footmen there and tells him to go get Carson and go phone the doctor. And she says, "Now keep quiet about it." And throughout this whole thing, with this fucking medical emergency we have here, they're still concerned about how this is going to make the house look. They're still trying to maintain decorum with this fucking attempted suicide in the bathtub. It's like, oh dear, I hope we can get him. Will he be able to get cleaned up in time for supper? Fuck's sake, guys.
Yeah. Obviously we watch this without context. That's the conceit of this podcast. Thomas is clearly upset this entire time.
This entire season.
I did not know he was at this level.
Yeah.
And I had to cut out 5 jokes I made about how depressed he was in my notes before this.
Yeah.
Because it's just oh, Thomas is sad. Maybe he's finally getting what he deserves for being a piece of shit. And it's just and then it's just this happens, and I'm just oh my god, we've missed so much. And I have to wonder if we just saw Thomas being shitty a couple of times and he's actually a really empathetic character and we just have no idea.
Yeah.
No.
That's...
No? Okay.
No.
Maybe it's the opposite, because I remember when we watched Shameless, I forgot her name, but the redhead daughter, I thought she was the best person ever. I adored her. And then I went back and watched the whole series, and she's a piece of shit. We only saw the good episodes with her. But anyway, Carson... Oh, we skipped over the part. I just did want to say that Carson, when he called in Mrs. Patmore, because Patmore wanted to ask Grantham and Cora if they were sure they wanted to do something nice for her, and Carson Carson verbally says, "Well, we can't just let anyone do anything," or says something shitty there, and it's like blames Mrs. Patmore for not running her business more carefully. And I was gonna say, hey, Xhafer, you think Carson's a libertarian?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
Dude was so in support of Brexit. Anyways, okay. I am gonna fast forward.
Yeah,
the rest of this episode
it's a lot
because
of
we're at about 30 minutes of record time, and there's not a lot that happens here. Yeah. So the major plot points are Edith goes to London. We see her at her magazine, and there's like a new editor and a mystery writer who's been very popular for the magazine who does gossip articles that's coming to lunch. We see Mary get yelled at by Tom a couple of times, and eventually her start to come around and realize how much she's fucked up. Both with Henry and her sister.
Grandma shows up and does the exact same thing.
Yeah, Tom wrote to Grandma, to Granny, and she immediately comes to Northern England to fucking set this shit straight.
Yep.
Which she does. She sits down with Mary, and they have a really lovely conversation. And this is where we find out that the reason that Mary can't be with Henry is because he is a race car driver, and Matthew died in a car crash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Which I didn't realize that Matthew Crawley was her fourth cousin. I looked that up.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why he was going to inherit.
Huh.
That was the entail, Victor. The entail.
The entail, yeah. Also, discovered.
Also, Victor.
Yeah.
Did you know that here in America, 1.3% of people over the age of 30 are married to their third cousin?
What? Oh, 1.3%.
You think they'd learn after the first two cousins?
Nice.
Roll Tide.
Also, I did.
I want you to know I no-sold that joke, Ben, but that's only because you tested it in a group chat that I'm in about 2 hours ago, and I laughed at it hysterically then.
Good job. Good job.
You deserve that laughter. You earned it with that one.
Also, I discovered today that Dan Stevens and I are exactly the same age. We share a birthday, 1982. Everything, yeah. October. Oh wait, no. He was October 10th. I was October 1st. So I'm 9 days older than him.
You have the same dyslexic birthday.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see here. Thomas is going to be okay. We find out that the mystery writer is Granny's butler, Sprat.
Yes.
Which was hilarious. Mary talks to Matthew at his grave. And then Henry comes at her call. They admit their love, and they're getting married this weekend. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And it's
fuck it, we ball.
like, okay, we're getting married in 3 days. Fuck it. And then they get married. We see them at the church. Edith comes back for the wedding and makes up with Mary. The wedding is nice, but it's just the regular cast. And the show ends with the Crawley kids playing around Sybil's grave.
Yeah.
That's
So
the last
Sybil is
shot we
dead.
get.
Oh yeah.
Sybil's so dead.
Sybil died in childbirth. That's what happened.
How did she get hit by a blimp in childbirth?
Edith blimp. So particular.
All right. Well, that was 74 minutes condensed down. Now we've got an hour and a half.
Good luck.
Oh, God.
Skip everything you possibly can.
Yeah.
So we find out that Edith is planning on moving to London because that's what an aging spinster does. I'm sad, I'm depressed, and I've lost everything. Mary and Talbot are now happy and being cute, but Talbot is upset because of a terrible crash that had happened. Somehow racing, Talbot killed a guy, which I think adds into the Mary's hey, no, I'm not interested. My husband died in a car crash, and you killed a guy in a car crash? I don't think so. Thomas thanks Hughes, Anna, and Andy for saving him. I was going to ask what happened here, but you guys told me.
Sorry.
We get Violet and Isabel hanging out, and they're talking, and I've got him in his the lord that Isabel has been like flirting on and off
Yeah,
with
that guy.
Merton. She's like, I don't know, he's off doing some stuff. I'm not sure, and she's like, Violet is just like, we'll never miss a good opportunity to snoop. Like, get in there, find out the deets for me, girl. Anna is preggers.
How do I know if I'm Prengan?
Was that in the last episode?
Oh no, it
Nope.
was not. No, that's new.
Yeah. So she is very, very pregnant. Cora is volunteering a lot more at the hospital, and Lord Grantham is being shitty about it. Then Thomas has again found a new job, and this time it looks like he's going to take it. And Mosley hears that, hey, the teacher you were substituting for, he's just retiring and moving to Bath. So do you want the job? He's like, oh, I don't know. At the Dowager house, Spratt has a maid that he's dealing with called Denker, who is being shitty and snide to him. And when Edith stops by to tell him that, hey, your column, we want to make it a full page. Do you think you can do that? Denker is eavesdropping and looking for dirt she can use to get one over on Spratt. Let's see. Spratt and Denker argue, and he's just like, shut up, never mind, I'm taking my constitutional. And I'm just like, I thought we all called that a Xhafer. That's a Xhafer break. We have, let's see. We have a great line from the Dowager Countess that, hey, stop being so serious. It is the mark of an uninteresting person with no secrets. Carson has started to develop shakes and can't serve the wine anymore.
Oh no.
And everybody is leaving. Everybody's taking new jobs and moving on. Isabel meets with Lord Merton, where she finds out that he has been gone because he's found out he's dying, and he's not going to be around much longer. And oh no, and he says, you know, I've lived a good life, I've had my good innings. The only thing I missed is, well, I would have liked to have been married to you.
Oh.
But a man can't have everything.
Brutal.
Edith is at her apartment, and she finds out, oh, hey, Aunt Rosamond invited me to go to the Ritz. But when she goes to the Ritz, we find out that Mary has played matchmaker and invited Bertie to meet her. And so Rosamond is like, hey, we're going out to dinner. Oh, oop, it was a sneaky surprise. Ha ha. And so Edith and Bertie have dinner. Anna gets a package that changes everything.
What's in the box?
Does it?
What's in the box?
It's a hairdryer.
Shut the fuck up.
A piece of new technology in the finale.
I didn't realize hair dryers were that old.
Yep. So Edith and Bertie are having their dinner, and they're like, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. Well, do you think we can not break each other's hearts? And maybe. And it cuts away without revealing its terrible secret. Thomas is polishing shoes and just like, hey, Baxter, thank you for everything. And she's like, hey, so when you go start your new job as a butler, maybe don't be an asshole. It's like, you're very wise, and I've learned a lot from you.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
Edith comes back, and she's like, hey, everybody, I'm engaged. And so she and Bertie worked things out and are getting engaged, and Grantham is just like, hey, this is great. Like, let's all be happy. She has not been happy for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And so it's acknowledging that Edith has gone through the fucking ringer on this show.
Grantham mentioned that a couple times in the episode that we watched. That's why because he knew the truth about Marigold, but he didn't want to tell Birdie because Edith had some shit luck in her life.
Yeah. Isabel and Violet meet, and they're like, "Oh man, but like you loved Lord Merton, but now he's being like sequestered away by his wicked family." Mosley admits he's quitting, and it's just like, "Hey, I'll serve out my service." Also, we see. Did you guys see that they have a new puppy?
I did see the new puppy
Yes.
last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, which
they
makes me
flashed the
very
puppy
sad
to
because
us.
Isis was the only character who wasn't an asshole.
Apparently.
Also, we find out that Edith got saved from a fire.
Oh wow! Was it at the Abbey?
Well, I'm going to ask you guys, what happened to her? Victor, how did Edith get saved from a fire?
I'm gonna say it had to be that toaster that I think it was Mrs. Hughes had. She was she was playing with that toaster.
Has to be it.
She got an addiction to toast. She was addicted to toast. It was like, oh my god! And she ate so much toast, she ate herself into a little food coma, and she forgot that she had another round of toast in the toaster. Passes out. They ring the bell. They got a little bit, the bell that goes down to the butler bunker. Well, they got one. They got their own personal fire department, and there's that they pull the string to. I mean, they have to. Come on, So they pull the string. The fire department comes over. Whee! They get everyone out, and they're like, "Where's Edith?" They're like, "Oh no!" And then she gets burned on the way out.
Yeah. So we have people arriving at a castle, which is like makes Downton look like a piece of shit, which is funny. Henry tells everybody, "Hey, I'm giving up race car driving," and Carson reveals to Mrs. Hughes, I already know what's wrong with me. It's the same thing that killed my father and my grandfather.
He's a curmudgeon?
It's the palsy."
Oh yeah, that's right. You said he was having a.
So
thing.
he's got shakes. And Tom and Talbot start hanging out, being bros.
I do want to say that
Let's
thanks
see.
to the subtitles, I do now know how the proper spelling of the word brouhaha. Because Carson disapproves of all the brouhaha going on at Pat Moore's Airbnb. Sorry, I keep saying Airbnb.
So at the castle, Edith is hanging out with Bertie and his mom. And his mom is like, "Hey, so the cousin who apparently died in Tangier was a gallivanting piece of shit. And so nobody really respects the house anymore."
Oh, no.
And so she's like, "You must be completely above and beyond any ill repute. It is the only thing that matters, or no one will respect this house." It's like, you own a castle and most of the county.
I wouldn't give a shit
Doesn't
what
matter
anyone
if
thought
anybody
about me.
respects
Yeah.
you.
You can call me whatever you want, man. I've got a fucking castle.
Isabel isn't able to get to Lord Merton. His daughter-in-law just keeps like cock blocking her. Grantham reveals that he knows the terrible secret of Marigold. And they're like, "Well, are you going to tell Bertie's mom?" And she's like, "Well, Bertie doesn't want me to."
Oh, God, they're keeping that a secret
Then-
from the family? Jeez.
Just from the mom.
Oh, okay.
Because the mom will be like, I can't handle this.
Oh,
Let's see.
that's something I discovered on my my Downton Wiki deep dive earlier. That the reason that dude, I forgot his name, but Edith's widower, the reason he wanted to become a German citizen is because that was the only place in nearby Europe where divorce was legal.
Well, that's all right then.
On the grounds of, it turned out his wife was in a mental hospital, and that was not legal grounds for a divorce in England at the time. So that is the reason he wanted to become a German citizen for Edith. Like, wow.
Well, I'm sad because here is where they bring up, like, hey, she was engaged before, but he died. And you telling me, oh, he died in the Munich beer hall putsch, I was like, oh, I was assuming he died searching for the Northwest Passage. Thomas is sad for leaving because he's really connected with the kids. But he goes and he starts his new job with a older knight.
Oh, wow.
And he's just like, all right, so I met the maid and the cook. Is there anybody else for me to meet? And he's like, no, that's it. This isn't 1850 anymore. We have 3 servants. And he's just like, oh, okay, that's it. All right. 2 other people. Oh, okay. Daisy is being a giant piece of shit to Andy.
Oh, wow.
Boo.
And Mrs. Patmore earlier drops on, like, you automatically start disliking anybody who thinks well of you. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, Daisy? Andy is out helping at what is the Mr. Mason's farm, and Daisy's like, you're only doing this to impress me. And he's like, I don't care about you. Like, you've made it very clear you don't like me. I'm just being a nice guy. Stop making this all about you. And she's like, wait, he's not doing this to impress me? But that does impress me. But now I've already been a piece of shit to him. And it's problems. Denker tries to tell Violet, oh, hey, did you know Spratt is writing a column for a magazine?
That's awesome.
And, oh, in fact, I have a copy of the magazine right here. And Violet's just like, conveniently already open to the right page. Oh, and like she immediately just starts laughing, and Denker is just like, I've got Spratt. Should we fire him? And she's like, no, we're not going to fire him. This is fucking hilarious.
Awesome.
He's pretending to be, I'll go and ask him what I should wear for the spring season. And later Denker is just like, I made the one big mistake about Lady Violet. She hates doing what's expected of her.
Nice.
And so when you'd expect her to be mad and fire somebody, she's just like, no, I'm going to double down on this, and I'm going to think this is awesome. We have Tom and Talbot, and they are sneaking about together, and they have a terrible secret, and they will not tell anybody what it is. Thomas is doing his job, but he's kind of sad and lonely. Mrs. Patmore makes a weird convoluted reference to, oh, you and Mrs. Hughes, you and Mr. Carson off to your carefree love nest. And it's like, the only reason she would say that is so Mrs. Hughes can be like, oh, nothing's carefree. I'm sad. My husband has the palsy. It's like, no one would ever have said that. Isabel and Violet barge their way into Merton's house, and he finally comes down. He's just like, hey, why did nobody tell me there were visitors? Hey, Violet, how are you doing? Isabel, I'm mad at you. You haven't come visit me. And she's like, I've come a bunch of times and they won't let me see you.
Damn.
And they bust him out and make him leave. And he's confronted by his son and his daughter and and he's like, son, I love you. I've tried very hard to like you, and I don't. You can keep the house. I don't give a shit. Bye. Let's see. Daisy tries to be nice to Andy, and he's just like, stop it. You've made it very clear you're not interested. I'm not interested anymore. You burned that bridge. Let's see. We get our returning guest star. Rose returns from New York. So Lady Rose is back. But in order to not have to shoot around it, she's just like, I left my baby in New York.
Oh, God.
And it's just like, you wouldn't do that. And they reveal, like, they left a 3-month-old behind. It's like, no. Let's see. Robert keeps being shitty about the hospital. Let's see. People find out that Carson is sick, and all right, we're gonna have to replace him with a new butler.
Oh no!
Carson has to go. They take Lord Merton back to the hospital, where they find out that those fancy pants London lawyers, even though he should be dead by now, Merton's still alive, and it's because they misdiagnosed him, and he's not dying. Let's see. We find out that Tom and Talbot have decided to open a used car dealership.
Like this 1-year-old Cadillac DeVille, V8 engine, standard. It's a big trunk.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No.
Pal, I know a dead hooker when I see one.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to sell used cars, and then once they've sold some of those, they'll sell new cars, and then they'll start making cars.
So Mary's husband is a race car driver, but this is...
Retired.
Oh, he's retired now. Okay, he's retired now by the finale, but he was in 1925. How fast did cars go in 1925?
Pretty fast.
I can imagine this is...
You can go in 70 miles an hour.
Really?
You know, enough to kill you.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I need to do something. I can't just live off of your money. And Tom used to be a chauffeur, and so they're like, hey, we both love cars. Let's open a car dealership. Let's see. Daisy tries to give herself a haircut, and it does not go well.
Oh, man.
She steals the hairdryer and gives herself bangs, and it's a fucking mess.
Oh, of course she gives
and
herself
she's
bangs.
just like, I didn't realize you were supposed to brush it out while you were hair drying it. And she has to have an emergency haircut from Anna. It's very funny. And she ends up with a bob, because here we are in the late 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas is for some reason invited to the wedding. Edith comes down. It's wedding time, and Edith looks beautiful, and they do the full wedding.
Oh, wow.
Which takes 20 minutes of the episode.
Oh, God.
It makes it easy to skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are no objections, making it go smoother than any of Victor's weddings.
I'm laughing because it's true.
Let's see. Daisy says she's moving into Mr. Mason's farm, so she's leaving the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We kind of get a hint that Mr. Mason likes Mrs. Patmore, which is fun. We get a secret telegram that stuff is happening. Then Edith and Bertie leave on their honeymoon, and it's very cute. Oh, also, I skipped over a bit. Edith goes and tells Bertie's mom, hey, here's the terrible secret about Marigold. And she comes back out of it saying, hey, here is the one person who was willing to be truthful to me, and so that makes me like Edith.
Okay.
Everybody else was willing to lie to me, but she wanted to tell me the truth.
Yeah. That's okay.
And there's actually a really cute moment where they have they're having a dinner to like announce the engagement, and Birdie's mom is talking and like, thank you all. It's, great seeing so many friends. And then Birdie's about to be like, and the reason you were all here. And Grantham actually has a really nice moment where he's like, hey, you need to speak up now or you're going to lose him forever. And she's like, I'm going to, announce the engagement and show that I'm like on board beforehand. Like, I'm not retroactively being okay with it. I'm okay with it now. And so that was a cute moment where Grantham, like, saves their relationship. Grantham tells Cora, like, hey, I got... Rose brought me to the hospital, and I got to see you running stuff and being super nice. And I appreciate all the work you're doing there, and I'm sorry for being shitty all episode. Let's see. Carson is sad because he can't pour the champagne anymore. And they say, hey, I know. How about you be a, the retired, butler and... you'll still live on in the cabin and you'll still have your pension. And, when we have a special event, you can come and oversee the special event. And he's like, no butler would want to have an old butler watching over them. No one would agree to such a thing. And they're like, I know who's sad and not liking their current job. Hey, Thomas, you want to come back and be the butler and also let Carson come back every so often? And he's like, oh, my God, yes, please. So Thomas does come back. He's away for, half of an episode. Let's see. So Edith and Birdie leave. Anna has her baby in the middle of the wedding reception.
Oh, wow, okay.
Upstairs in Mary's bed. And Carson is exactly as shitty as you imagine, just
disapproves.
She's doing it here now in Lady Mary's room. It's like, you don't get to choose where it happens, man.
Rather inconvenient.
And that's really good, Victor.
Thank you.
that was spot
on. And Anna's like, I want to keep working, of course, because it's the 20s. And Mary's like, yeah, that's fine. And you can keep your baby in the nursery. And it's like, this is why it's good to have on-site daycare. We also get a cute moment where Edith is like, hey, Mary, I know you set up so that Birdie and I would meet together after all the shitty things we've done for each other. Thank you for this. Thank you for, giving us happiness. And Talbot says to Mary, like, hey, are you guys good now? And she's like, Mary goes, we don't have to be good. We're sisters. And sisters have our secrets.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it seems like Mary and Edith are going to be friends now. Like, hey, we've all ended up happy and married. Exactly what we need from this kind of show. And the show ends with it being New Year's and everybody singing Auld Lang Syne.
That's a better finale, I think, because I was complaining.
Because it is the finale.
Yeah.
It definitely feels more like a finale.
The one
it
we
ends
watched
with everybody married.
A regular ass episode.
Anna and Bates having their baby. Mm-hmm. Thomas is back. Everybody's, learned a lesson. But, most of our characters now do not work at Downton.
Oh, okay. Well, that could change some things in the points. But, I was going to say, I had my notes. It was a joke I was going to make. Watching the episode that me and Xhafer watched, I was just like, this is the finale? I'm like, come on, dude, you'd have something happen. I was expecting John Delancey to show up and, show Lord Grantham what his life would have been like had he not been shitty to women his entire life, come on, do something. But,
it was the late early 1900s. That would have ended with him institutionalized.
Right.
What's the charge? What's the crime? He's pretty respectful for women. Send him to Australia.
Nice. Well, so while I was doing a quick tally of our points while we were going over the recap here, and so I already know my total for sure. I have it locked in because I checked on the maybes. But okay. Ben and Xhafer, you two do have some up in the air. I haven't done the math yet. But after our recording, I'm going to go put together a spreadsheet now that I have everything down. But
Xhafer, you're rubbing off on him.
and I will tell you currently, and this is still, we still have some wiggle room here. There's some possibilities.
Yeah.
In third place is Xhafer with 11 points.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I
don't feel like I did well this season.
There's a couple though that are still you have a couple 3-pointers that we could still confirm for you. So Ben is in second place with 13 points, and Victor is in the lead with 21 points.
Oh no!
Now we both
This
have
can't be
a
right.
bunch of unconfirmed stuff.
Yes.
Though. Like, do I have 10 points of unconfirmed stuff?
I don't know.
Okay, that's
like I
fine.
said, this is just while I was tallying up while we were. So
Yeah,
it's not
it's
completely
good.
official, but I did absolutely run the table on 3 episodes this season. So
Damn.
yeah. So yeah, I'll put together that spreadsheet, stick it in the Discord, and we can let the debate commence.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
All right.
All right. Well, I look forward to going over that next week.
Mhm.
But before
Well,
we
I
get to
really
next
hope
week,
I win, so I can make you guys watch Viper again.
I would rather watch
no
Viper
repeats.
again.
The show doesn't work with repeats. You can make us watch Cobra, but you can't make us watch Viper.
Yeah, pick a different snake.
Can I make you guys watch Chuck Norris Karate Commandos?
No,
Is that a thing?
because I don't know how we can watch it.
You know, I did go look at the IMDb's top 250 of highest rated TV shows of all time, and there's a few in there, but yeah, we've already seen a few of them. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll throw a link to that in the Discord too, so the Discord listeners can
Alright.
cast their votes. But
Well, Ben ruined my perfect segue, but we'll talk
Good job,
about all
Ben.
that next week.
That's what I do.
But this week we have to say thank you to Ripe.
And thank you,
doing
Victor,
our
for
lovely
pointing
theme
that out.
music. Thanks so much for listening to Goon Squad. We appreciate the hell out of it.
And Victor, I appreciate you.
oh, thanks, made my day.
Yeah, thanks for doing the paperwork, Victor.
Thank you. I try. And yeah, for once I'm trying to not be a procrastinator. But you know what's surprising? I have not found. I imagine someone must have done this by now, but no. You know that old Sade song, "Smooth Operator"? Well, why has no one done a cover that says, I'm a procrastinator.
I'm gonna make that. I'll make that tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get around to it one day. VoiceCast.apps/LTO. Join our Discord. If you like us, leave us a review. If you don't like us, keep that shit to yourself.
And we'll see you next time on Last Time on This Is Hughes.
Who's gonna show you how?